fine, right? It's fine. Little bit. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, please sit down. Okay, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. First of all, please come here, Shazib, and sit on your seat. Come back. Ajay, Shabash, first time. Okay, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. First of all, I am uh, very thankful to you guys for coming early in the class. I will now start the class, as you know it well, by sending special greetings and salutation upon the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. So I request you all that kindly send one time Darud Sharif in the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Okay, guys. Then after sending special salutation upon the court of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, I am thankful to Allah Almighty who has given me this grand chance, this grand opportunity to deliver something in front of you and appear before you. Today, I have selected more than 60 topics with you, and you guys betterly know it very well that it's a Saturday, and on every Saturday we are actually discussing the topics what we actually learn for the first 1 or even 2 months. So I will recap, I will discuss all these topics momentarily, temporary, a little bit, and slightly. By the way, I will just tell you about every topic which I mention it over here on the board. I will tell it about it. So I request you, sharpen your pen, sharpen your mind, open open your mind and give me your close attention and concentration in order to understand all these topics very well. Because these topics had been done by me in complete detail, by the way, and I even took 1 hour or even 2 hour classes continuously on every individual topics. So these topics had been delivered by me with detail, but right now I will tell you slight detail. I will just only tell you just a slightly information about every topic. So you need to have a pencil, you need to have a pen that will give you a lot of information about this topic. So I request you all that kindly sharpen your pen, kindly bring it out whatever you have, because I will not write anything on the board today, because there is no capacity of writing on the board. All the topics have been mentioned over here. I will tell the topics and you will written it whenever I speak, whenever the words coming out, I express anything, so you will have to write it down for yourself. So, by the way, you will start right now. First of all, in the end of today's class, by the way, let me tell you about the content of today's class. These are countries case study. I think I have selected more than 50 countries and I have talked in detail about these countries. The second discussional topic will be conflict discussion. Yes, we had discussed more than 20 conflicts, but I have curtailed it. I have I have written just only 6 of them. Now, there are must topics. What is the meaning of must topics? There are some topics which we need to do that. Professional introduction, daily routine, my family, my goals for future, my happiest moments, my hobby, my best teacher, my best friend, and my best traveling history. So these are the must topics. So you will have to talk on it. Okay. And these are the optional. If you know about these topics, any country's capital, any country's detail, GDP, its economy, its leadership, whatever the thing is there, you will have to discuss all about them. Now, the fourth segment of the class will be personality explanation, yeah, personality elaboration. Hazrat Muhammad, peace be upon him, because he is the perfect mentor. So I have written his name first in the list, in the row. Hazrat Abu Bakr, Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Ali, Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu, Ajmain. Alexander the Great, MBQ mean Muhammad bin Qasim, MBS mean Muhammad bin Salman, Elon Musk, Adolf Hitler, Qaid Azam, Allama Iqbal, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Sultan Fateh II, Tepu Sultan, and Shahid Afridi. So you knew it very well that I have discussed all these topics very meticulously with every complete detail. I will now discuss these topics slightly, a little bit, and you will have to note it down with yourself. So without wasting any further of your moments, any further of your time, let's dive deep to the topic. By the way, I've selected the very first topic about UK. So UK is the acronym of United Kingdom. UK is located in the western coast of European continent. UK is actually an island. Its capital is London. Its currency is pound sterling. The Prime Minister of UK is Keir Starmer, and there is a democratic government in UK. UK has three parties: Labour Party, Liberal Party, and Democrats. Political parties, by the way. Labour Party and Liberal Party supports Muslims, while Democrats and conservative they support like Christians and all that thing, because they are conservative and they have thinking about the modernism and all that things over there in UK, by the way. UK's currency is, as I told you, pound sterling, and they have actually exit themselves from the European Union, by the way. They are no part of the European Union. They are separated from the European Union. So they are out of Schengen agreement, by the way. UK, as I told you, that the total area of UK is around 2 lakh and 42 square kilometer, by the way. It is a little bit bigger area than the Pakistani province of Punjab. The UK is actually the native of UK is comprised 65%, while the 35% population has been they are the immigrants. They migrated to UK. Those peoples are Pakistani, Indian, Indonesian, Bengali, and African, and all those 35% diaspora are living there in UK. The constitution of UK is, there is no written constitution, and that is a democratic country, by the way. UK, there is a constitutional monarchy, there is a king, and there is a elected government over there. By the way, UK is a country which is called mother of democracy, mother of parliament, mother of parliamentary system, by the way. UK is the world's fifth largest economy, by the way. But nowadays, dear, people are facing job, recession. People are facing job loss because there is less opportunities of employment. And there is my friend. His name is Khalid, and he is living right, there in Bristol, by the way, in the London. So I called him day before yesterday. That Khalid, what are you doing there? Are you stable? Are your job is stable there? So he said to me that, I am regret on this, on that moment, the moment which I came to UK. Yes, I have spent 3 years in UK, but I need to go back to Pakistan, because in UK I work continuously 18 hours. And if I do this work in Pakistan, so then I will be a successful man there. And yes, he said to me that I am very tired of the UK, by the way, because there is no job, no opportunities, and all that things. And life is very expensive over there. And I even record his voice, because sometimes people don't believe the condition that, oh, he is in London, so he will be very happy there. No, he said to me that, Sohail, you are living there a life, lavish life, by the way, and work hard there, do your best. Pakistan is a perfect destination for you, by the way. So that was a little bit slight information about UK. I'm not going to so deeper. The next topic is about UAE. The acronym, the abbreviation of UAE is United Arab Emirates, by the way. It's a union. It's a association of 7 states: Dubai, Sharjah, Ummul Qawi, Rasul Khaimah, Fujairah, Sharjah, Ajman. So 7 states, 7 territories, they combined, they unified, and they formed a territory, they formed a country that's called United Arab Emirates, by the way. United Arab Emirates got independence from the UK in 1971, just 24 years after the independence of Pakistan. UAE was very poor when it got independence, by the way, when she got independence, by the way. Okay, one interesting information I want to tell it to you. Whenever we discuss about the country, so we will not use it. We will use what? We will use she, by the way, because countries, we use she for that. So she was a very poor country, by the way. And Pakistan was the country who gifted two airlines, two PIA planes to them, trained their complete air fleet and all that things. And then after, oil has been drilled in the UAE, and their fate and destiny has been changed by the oil. And that desert covered area has been turned to be the world highest buildings ever found over there. So by the way, UAE's capital is Abu Dhabi, and the king of the UAE is Sheikh Zayed bin Al Nahyan. Even the Sidhu Hospital here in Sawat, Central Sidhu Hospital, has been constructed by Sheikh Zayed bin Al Nahyan. So he is funding all these, he's giving fund to all these humanitarian things, by the way. By the way, as I told you that she has 7 states, and then after even 25 lakh Pakistani workers are working there. They are there. So पाकिस्तानी 25% डायस्पोरा, जो डायस्पोरा कहते हैं ना, किसी मुल्क का छोटा सा हिस्सा, आबादी का हिस्सा जब किसी और मुल्क में रहने लगे तो उसको डायस्पोरा कहते हैं इंग्लिश में. व्हाट वी कॉल इट? Diaspora. So Pakistani diaspora, 25 lakh diaspora are living there, and they are sending us every year around $16 billion remittances. जो बाहर से लोग पैसे भेज रहे हैं उसको इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? Remittance कहते हैं. What we call it? Remittance. So they are sending around 16 billion remittances every year to Pakistan, and that helps the economy of Pakistan, by the way. UAE has the world tallest ever building of the world, Burj Al Khalifa. That the construction of the Burj Al Khalifa was started in 2004 and was completed in 2010. And then after, it has become the world tallest ever building on the surface of the earth. And this building has been built by some European engineers, and the height of this building is around 828 meters, around 1 kilometer, nearly 1 kilometer, by the way. So by the way, that was a little bit information about UAE. Its currency is Riyal, as you know it, you know it very well, and it's a bordering country of Saudi Arabia. That was the second topic. The third topic is about Nepal. Nepal, did I say something wrong? The currency is dirham. Sorry, the UAE's currency is dirham. Thank you for your correction. Next country is Nepal. Nepal is a country which is located in the South Asia, with South Asia. It's a bordering countries between India and China, by the way. It's a landlocked country. There is no sea beside Nepal. Nepal is a country which is sometimes called the land of mountains, by the way. And Nepal's capital is Kathmandu, and its currency is rupee, by the way. And by the way, Nepal is a very less populated country, by the way. And in Nepal, you will find everywhere greenery, mountains, and very good people, by the way. And the people of Nepal are very hospitable. And the world tallest mountain, Mount Everest, that is also located in Nepal, by the way. And the height of Mount Everest is around 8,848 meter high, by the way. Around nearly 9 kilometers. From here to Barikot, like this is actually 9 kilometers, by the way. So that was all about Nepal. So I think these little information are enough, by the way. My next topic is India. Let's talk about India. There are three names of India: India, Hindustan, and Bharat. By the way, the literal name of India is actually, that's Bharat, and they are calling themselves India. India is a name which was given by the Britishers. So they are very comfortable, feeling comfortable when they are calling themselves Bharati or Hindustani. So they are feeling very good, by the way. By the way, India is a country which is located in South Asia, and it is a bordering country with Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan in China, by the way. It is a bordering country with Pakistan, and India's capital is New Delhi. There are 29 states or provinces in India, and India is one of the richest, third, even fourth richest country of the world. Their economy is around 3.5 trillion, by the way. And that has become the world fourth or even fifth richest economy of the world, by the way. India has the second largest population. She has 1.4 billion people. That means one Arab and 42 crore people are living there. And then after, India has clashes, multiple fightings fought with Pakistan, fought with China, fought with Bangladesh, by the way. So it's a country which is, and by the way, their state religion is Hinduism, but around 19% Muslims are also there. The population of the Muslim population in India is around 27 crore, 270 million, by the way. Next topic is Australia. Australia is a country which is, there are three things about Australia. Australia is a country, right? Australia is an island, right? Australia is a continent. So three of them are right. It's a country, as well as an island, as well as a continent. So if someone tell it to you, ask you a question that whether Australia is a country, island, or a continent, you said that three of them are right, by the way. So Australia is a country which is actually itself a continent, by the way. And the capital of Australia is Canberra. Australia is located on the map of the world in the in the south of the world. It is very nearly to Antarctica. The the ice frozen or the snow frozen or covered snow covered continents, it's located very near to it, by the way. Australia is a country which is which is populated only 5%, and 95% of Australia are is empty, by the way. And the number of sheep, do you know what is the meaning of sheep? Bear. That is very more by us in Australia. In Australia is sometimes called the land of kangaroos, and Australia was once a land of prison. It was an open prison because in 17th or even 18th century, UK has established the biggest empire ever built on the surface of the world. Even sun never set on the UK empire, by the way, British empire, by the way. So whenever there was a culprit, there was a any miscreant, or there were any criminals, so those criminals were sent to Australia. As I told you that Australia is covered four sides with oceans. Why, by the way? So if you actually throw any criminals to Australia, they cannot flee from there, by the way. So Australia is actually was a place of open prison, by the way. So now you see the people of Australia are very tough and very hard, by the way. They are very terrible. Their body are very strong, by the way. Whether they are playing cricket, they hockey, volleyball, baseball, badminton, football, they are very strenuous. They are very hard working because in their DNA, hard working is there, by the way. The capital of Australia is Canberra, and the neighboring country of Australia is New Zealand. So, by the way, is it fine? Okay, by the way, it was a little bit information about Australia. Now, the next country is Japan. Japan is sometimes we in Urdu and in Pakistan we call it Japan. It's wrong, Japan. The ancient or the old name of Japan is actually Nippon. Have you heard in TV and have you watched in TV Nippon Paint? And so Nippon is actually the ancient name of Japan, by the way. Japan's capital is Tokyo, and Japan is located in East Asia, very near to North and South Korea, very near to China and Korea, by the way. So Japan is a country which is located in East Asia. Its capital is Tokyo. Its population is around 210 million. So 21 crore people are living. And Japan is the most populous country because Tokyo city, it bears around 4 crore people in that one city, by the way. Japan is a country which actually absorbed two nuclear bombs, like nuclear attacks of US in 1945, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And those, due to those two nuclear blasts, Japan lost around 3 millions of its population, and the effects of that two blasts is still there in China, is still there in Japan, by the way. After the World War II, Japan disbanded its army, and they focus on science, technology, education, skills, employment, industry, healthcare, construction, and all that thing. And today, Japan stood third highest, to highest richest country in the world, by the way. And the GDP of Japan is after China, even after China. So by the way, Japan has built all these things by their efforts, by the way. So there are two main islands of Japan, Shikoku, and there are three others, Shikoku, Hokkaido, and two others. I just forgot that. So Japan is actually, it actually located on three islands, by the way. So Japan, as I told you all about it, and Japan has even built artificial artificial airports on the surface of oceans. What? On the surface of ocean, they built artificial airport. So by the way, next topic is Mongolia. Mongolia is the country which is located in the East Asia, very near to Russia and China, by the way. Mongolia is the land of Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan. As I told you, the national leader of Mongolia is Genghis Khan. Their currency is Togruk, and they have a country which was once a superpower. Genghis Khan, Ugadai Khan, Hulaku Khan, and Kublai Khan. So these four Khans, which were very prominent in the history of the world, they belong to Genghis Khan. And even in Pakistan, Mughal. Have you heard about the ethnic group जो नस्ल होता है Mughal? They are belong to Mongolia, by the way. Their ancestors, उसके जो आबा अजदाद थे, where they came from? They came from Mongolia. Here, even in Delhi, India, even in Pakistan, where you heard the word Mughal, like these Mughal. So Mughal has actually were the descendants, progenitors of this Mongolia, by the way, and they were actually the descendants of the Genghis Khan, by the way. Right now in Pakistan, the Pakistani population, around 6% of Pakistani population are Mughal. What? They are actually Mongolian, by the way. They came and they spread all over the world in the 16 or 14, 12, 13, 14 centuries, by the way. Because Genghis Khan has conquered half of the world. He even reached to Europe, even reached to Norway, by the way. And he conquered this land as well. And even India and Pakistan, there was a Mughal empire that lasted for 331 years, by the way. And who were Mughal? They were Mongols, by the way. So whenever you listen about Mughal, so those were the people who came along with Genghis Khan. By the way, Genghis Khan was not Muslim, he was a Shinto. Shinto is a religion which is something else religion, by the way. And then after, the people in Mongolia, they converted to Islam. They converted to Islam. So by the way, next topic is Russia. Russia is a country which is located in Asia. Russia is the largest and biggest country of the world. Russia is actually equal to 21 Pakistan, equal to 14 India, by the way, in terms of size. The capital of Russia is Tokyo, and the currency of Russia is, sorry, the capital of Russia is Moscow. Very well. Good reminder, by the way. Moscow, and the currency of Russia is ruble, by the way. Russia is one of the coldest place, by the way, because around 70% of Russia is covered with snow, by the way, with ice, by the way. And there is a piece of land in Russia that's called Likona. मैं क्या बोलता हूँ? अब तो मुझे ही देखते हैं सारे. लिख के समझ मैं क्या बोलता हूँ आपको? फिर ये बोलना पड़ेगा आपको. 2 घंटे आप लोगों ने टॉपिक करनी है. And around 70% of the Russian land is covered with snow, by the way. And by the way, Russia is the coldest place ever on the surface of the earth. While Moscow is the most civilized, most civil, and most industrial hub of the Russia, by the way. By the way, in Russia, there are the richest people of the world also live there after New York and Beijing, by the way. Right now, Russia was once a superpower, but after the World War II, when America became a superpower, so Russia became the world's second superpower. In 1990, Russia disintegrates, and it's broken, and she has broken to 15 pieces, by the way. And this was done just because of ISI, just because of CIA, just because of Saudi fund and all that things. When Russia lost the battle against Mujahideen in Afghanistan, so they had broken, she has broken into 15 pieces, and that was the end of the Russian monopoly, by the way. And then Russia became very weaker, but under the leadership of Vladimir Putin, now the current president of Russia is regaining its power, and it has now become the most sovereign, the most powerful country of the world, by the way. So that was enough about Russia. Now let's jump to the next topic, Norway. Norway is a country which is located in the European continent, North European continent. Norway is sometimes called the Scandinavian countries. The capital of Norway is Oslo, and their currency is euro, by the way. Norway is located in the European continent. It's a developed country, by the way. Norway only focus on education. Norway has the world's second best education in the world after Finland, by the way. So Norway, every individual in Norway, they have an asset of $90,000 because their government focused on their sovereign wealth fund, by the way. Norway is a developed country, and they focus on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, advanced technology, artificial intelligence, and all that things. And that is just because we need to learn from them. Next topic is Indonesia. Indonesia is a country which is located in Southeast Asia, by the way. And Indonesia's capital is Nusantara. Like you can say, no Santara, no orange, by the way. No Santara. By the way, its capital and its currency is actually rupiah. And by the way, Indonesia is located on three islands, by the way. Borneo, Sumatra, and Java. These three islands of Indonesia. And there is a very famous island, very famous all over the world of Indonesia, Bali Island. Bali is the most beautiful place ever in Asia, by the way, and that is located in Indonesia. Even Indonesia attracts around 70 million tourists all across the globe, and Bali alone stood for 60 million tourists all over the world. So Bali is actually the tourist hub for Indonesia, by the way. Indonesia, palm oil, rubber, these things are very famous over there. Indonesia is the biggest and largest Islamic country in terms of population, because the population of Indonesia is around 27 crore, and Pakistan is the second biggest Islamic country in terms of population. Our population is around 225 crore, and the population of Indonesia is 27 crore. So Indonesia is the biggest Islamic countries in terms of population. My next topic is Malaysia. Malaysia is a country which is a bordering country to Indonesia. It is located in Southeast Asia. Thousands, even millions of Pakistanis are working there in Malaysia. In Malaysia, famous cities of Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, these kind of cities are there where Pakistani workers are working there. They are strenuously hard working there. By the way, Malaysia is sometimes called the land of palm oil, the land of rubber, because 90% of the rubber of the world has been produced in Malaysia. And coconut tree or coconut oil, by the way, that has been produced in Malaysia, by the way. Malaysia is very famous for rubber industry. In Malaysia, there are some seaports like Penang, Putrajaya, where Pakistani workers are working mostly, by the way. Malaysia has many states like Sabah and many other states, by the way. Malaysia share its border with Singapore and Indonesia. It's a developed countries, and the current Prime Minister of Malaysia is Anwar Ibrahim, and the capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur, by the way. Malaysia is very famous for two twin tower, Petronas Tower, which was once the tallest ever building of the world from 1998 till 2004, by the way. And as you know it well, most of the Bollywood films of 90 decade Bollywood film from 1990 to 2000, those were mostly filmed in Malaysia, because at that time the picture of Malaysia was very clear and peaceful. And nowadays, Malaysia is the most peaceful and the most stable Islamic country, by the way. There is no terrorism, no terrorist attack, no bomb blast. All the peoples are very peaceful, and they are the simplest ever people I ever experienced, by the way. So Malaysian people are very good, by the way. Next topic is Singapore. Singapore is actually the term of two words. Singa means loin. Pur means city. So the city of loins, by the way. The capital of Singapore is Singapore City. It is located in the Southeast Asia, and it is share its border with Malaysia, and only in Malaysia, by the way. Singapore is the third or even fourth smallest country of the world, but it's but her GDP is the strongest in Asia, by the way, because Singapore is actually located on the hub of the world, the hub of the Asia, because when China is importing its oil, its gas, natural gas from the Arab countries, so the cargoes are passing near to Singapore, and Singaporean people are collecting taxes from the Chinese cargo, from the Japanese cargoes, and all that things. So it is actually a road to China, by the way. So every ship is passing through Singapore. By the way, Singapore is gateway for the China, for the Japan, for the Korea, and all those countries, by the way. Singapore got independent in 1965, and Pakistan was the country which helped Singapore, by the way. We gave our own development project to the president of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew is my favorite political leader after Nelson Mandela, by the way, because that man stood Singapore, and Singapore has become the greatest ever country under the leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, by the way. And Lee Kuan Yew personally came to Pakistan and met with our president Ayub, the then president Ayub Khan. And then after, they took away our development projects and they installed and implemented that in Singapore, but we didn't, by the way. So we stuck, we remained, and they glorified and they actually progressed, by the way. My next topic is Pakistan. Oh, I'm not going to tell it about you because I have discussed this topic multiple times. Overall, I will tell it to you that the literal meaning of Pakistan is the land of pure people, by the way. Pakistan is a country which is located in South Asia, and Pakistan is sharing its border with China, India, Afghanistan, and Iran, and the Arabian Ocean, by the way. The capital of Pakistan is Islamabad, and Pakistan has 4 provinces. The biggest province of Pakistan, Balochistan, second biggest Punjab, third biggest that is Sindh, and the smallest province of Pakistan is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are 2 territories in Pakistan, independent territories, by the way, dependent territories, sorry. One is AJK, Azad Jammu Kashmir, and one is Gilgit Baltistan. And there is by the way, Pakistan is the world's second tallest mountain, K2. And the word K mean Karakoram, 2 mean the world's second tallest mountain, by the way. Pakistan is the 5th most populous countries in terms of population of the world, second biggest Islamic country in terms of population. Pakistan is 33rd largest country of the world and 41 richest country in terms of GDP of the world, by the way. So Pakistan is the 7th nuclear states of the world. Pakistan is the only nuclear country of the Muslims Ummah, by the way. There are 57 Islamic countries and Pakistan is one among them, by the way. Pakistan has very advanced technological jet like J-17, J-10C, J-16, and multi other airlines. We have Burak drones, we have Al Khalid tanks, we have missiles like Babur, like Ababi, like Shahid. We have naval frigates. So we are very, very, very strongest country, by the way. It's one of the strongest country of the Asia. Pakistani army is 5th bravest in the world, by the way. So this was a little bit bio about Pakistan. Not going too deeply, because if I go deeply, I will eat all the time, by the way. My next topic is Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a country which is located in Central Asia, by the way. And Afghanistan shares its border with Pakistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Iran. Afghanistan's capital is Kabul, and Afghani people are speaking 2 languages, Dari and Pashto, by the way. And Afghanistan is a nation which there are 46% is Pashtun, 17% Tajik, 27% Tajik, 17% Uzbek, and 9% Hazara, and then 2% other, by the way. Afghanistan is the only country in the world which is 100% Islamic, by the way. There are, I think, very less number of non-Muslims are living there. Afghanistan is sometimes called the graveyard of empire, because once the UK, British Empire came here, they were defeated by the Afghans. Then the Russian Empire, they were also defeated. Then the American Empire has come and invaded Afghanistan. They were also defeated over there. Now the current government of Afghanistan is the Taliban regime. They came to Kabul. They took control of the Kabul in August 15, 2021, just 5 years back from now. And Afghanistan was the only country when Pakistan got independence in 1947. It opposed Pakistan in the United Nations. Afghanistan is one of the most hospitable nation, very loving people, and the people of Afghanistan is very caring and protective towards Pakistan. So by the way, they are our brothers. We share common values. We both are Muslims. We culturally support each other. Our languages are same. Our rituals, customs are all the same. So we need to respect every Afghani, and in return, Afghanis are also, they need to respect, by the way. My next topic is USA. The abbreviation of USA is United States of America. United States of America is a country which is located in North American continent, by the way. And the capital of America is Washington, D.C. Why they call it Washington, D.C.? Because the founding father, the person who gave independence to America was Washington, by the way. So by the way, so after his name, they called their capital Washington DC. America has 50 states. 50 states, you can name it with yourself, by the way. So America is one of the superpower of the world. America got independence on 4 July 1776, just 250 years from now, back from now, by the way. There is no military or martial law happen in took place in America. No martial law, by the way. The government of America is democratic. There are two political party in America: Republican Party and Democratic Party. So by the way, the current government of America is Republican Party. Donald Trump belong to Republican Party, by the way. Republican Party, they traditionally supports Americans. They are anti-Muslims. They are taking anti-Muslim stance, by the way. So by the way, America is a country, is a piece of land of hope and glory, by the way. In America, when you are able, you have potential and you have talent, you will be treated very well. You will be guided very well. You will become a great man, by the way. Every invention has been took place in America. For example, if you take an example of telephone, bulb, like even we can fan, everything, iPhones, Microsoft, computer, internet, everything is there. All those things are invented in America. Even 90% invention of the world took place in America. So by the way, America is nowadays leading the world from 1945 till now, and it is the world global global superpower, by the way. America's GDP is the world largest, 30.8, or sometimes it's called 33 trillion, by the way. So that is very largest economy of the world. America is very powerful because American dollar are using all over the world. So one if dollar is dominating the world, America will remain superpower. If American economy is the largest one, it will be superpower. And the American fighting force, by the way, America has one of the largest army of the world, by the way. It is the most toughest army, strongest army of the world, by the way. America is known for changing the regimes. They are changing regimes all across the globe because they said that we are the leaders of the world. We are the deciders of the world. The world will the world will run, you know, on our advices. We don't respect other countries' sovereignty, other countries' territorial integrity, by the way. So America is actually a goon state. Do you know what is the meaning of goon state? Badmash riyasat. So it's a goon state, by the way, and it's a rogue state as well. My next topic is China. China is a country which is located in East Asia. China's capital is Beijing, and the ancient name of China were Qin and Cathay, by the way. China is a country which is very rich culture, by the way. China was once a superpower of the world. Rubber was invented by China. Plastic were invented by China. Paper was invented by China. Printing press was invented by China. Gunpowder, barood, was invented by China. China is the second leading inventors of the world, by the way. In China, they are very developed, by the way, and there is one of the wonder of the China, the Great Wall of China, that is even be seen from the moon, by the way. So that is the Great Wall. That wall length is around 21 kilometer, 196 kilometer long, by the way. So that is the seventh wonder of the world, by the way. China is very friendly to Pakistan. China shares its border with 14 countries, and China is very developed and infrastructurally built country, by the way. After 1990, before 1990, China was called once a poor country, but after 1990, China has become one of the developed country. China got independence on 1st October 1949, just 2 years after Pakistan independence. But they made progress. We are still behind, by the way. So China has started CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Cooperation in Pakistan in 2013 under the lead with the collaboration of Nawaz Sharif. And China tried to invest $64 billion in Pakistan. They want to start 64 projects in Pakistan. In Pakistan, they have built many dams, many motorways, and all that things. China is supporting Pakistan's economy, supporting Pakistan's government on every world platform, by the way. So China is one of the most loyal, one of the most good friend of Pakistan, by the way. My next, and China is the world's second largest army, world's second powerful country after America, by the way. Now, my next topic is Iran. Iran is a country which is located in the Central Asia, a bordering country of Pakistan. Iran's capital is Tehran. The current government of Iran is strict Islamic government. Ayatollah Khamenei is the supreme leader of Iran, by the way. Iran is enriched with oil, gas, but America embargo on them because America warned that we are not going to support Islamic regime of Ayatollah Khamenei. We need a secular, liberal, and democratic Iran. So for that purpose, America sanctioned pabandiya lagai hai on Iran's oil. No country of the world buy oil from Iran. So if you are not buying anything from Iran, so how Iran will progress? Even $1 in Iran is equal to 14 lakh Iranian riyal, by the way. That is, even people are burning their own currency in order to heat themselves in the winter season, in order to back bread in their home, by the way. So that is the one of the cheapest currency of the world. That's just because of America. Iran has fighting. They have a tussle with Israel. Iran is also making problem for Israel in terms of Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and some other regional organization, by the way. So those organizations are fully supported by Iran militarily, economically, by the way, and morally. Next one is KSA. The meaning of KSA is Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is located in the Middle East. It is one of the most influential Islamic countries because the two sacred places of Islam, the Holy Kaaba and the Holy Kaaba, Mecca, I'm calling it to you, and the Prophet's burial place, Medina, the Holy Medina, is actually located there in KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The capital of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh, and their crown prince is MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, by the way. Saudi Arabia got independence in 1932, 23rd September, and the old name of Saudi Arabia was Najd and Hijaz, by the way. Saudi Arabia is named after King Abdulaziz bin Al Saud, and by the way, and then after Saudi Arabia has become very a friendly country to America. Nowadays, Saudi Arabia is very close to America as well as with China, and Pakistan also signed a defense pact with Saudi Arabia. Around 16 million, around 1.6 million, 16 lakh Pakistani are working there in Saudi Arabia, by the way. So they are sending Riyal, their currency is Riyal. One of the Islamic countries, Saudi Arabia, is around 70% covered with desert, by the way. So that's a deserty area, but they are completely enriched with oil, and their whole economy is dependent on oil. Now, the current crown prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, is trying to attract tourists from all across the world in order to make for them Neom City, and other projects like we can call it Vision 2030. So these kind of steps are taken by the Saudi crown prince in order to deviate, in order to actually divert its complete economic dependence from oil into to tourism or other industries, by the way. My next topic is Qatar. In Urdu, we can call it Qatar, but in English, we will call it Qatar. The capital of Qatar is Doha, by the way. It's a Middle Eastern country. Its border, it shares its border only with KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. By the way, Qatar's Sheikh or King of Qatar is Sheikh Sheikh Tamim bin Al Sani. He is very friendly to Pakistan. Qatar got independence in 1971 with UAE, by the way. It's a country which fully supports America. Even the Qatari Amir gifted an aeroplane to Donald Trump that worth $66 million. Qatar is actually rich with oil, by the way, rich with oil and gas, by the way. 70% of Pakistani LPG, the gas which we are using in our house, that is that's coming from Qatar, by the way. So Qatar is a country which is located in the Middle East. My next topic is Iraq. Iraq is a country which is located in Central Asia. It shares its border with Saudi Arabia, with Kuwait, and with Iran, by the way, and Turkey as well. So Iraq's capital is Damascus, please stay. Okay, its capital is Damascus, or we can call it in Urdu Damashq, by the way. Iraq is known for its Arabian Nights, Arabian horses, by the way. Once Iraq was the civilization of ancient civilization, Sumerian civilization, and there are two famous rivers, Tigris and Euphrates. Dajla and Furat, by the way. That is the holding place of Iraq, by the way. Iraq is very famous for their favorite, their flamboyant leader, Saddam Hussein. He belonged to Qatar, by the way. He belonged to Iraq, by the way, and he ruled Iraq from 1979 till 2003. He was one of the strongest supporter of Islam, strongest antagonist, mukhalif of Israel and America. So he was a very, as I told him all about Saddam Hussein. So you can now discuss all about Iraq. Iraq is an oil-rich country in 2003 when Saddam Hussein was killed by America, because America launched operation in Iraq and they killed around 15 million innocent Iraqi by American army, by the way. So still there is some fighting groups in Iraq, by the way, and they are fighting with each other. And Iraq is fully Iraq is full with oil, by the way, with oil industry. So that is the reason there is war, there is conflict, and all that things. By the way, my next topic is Turkey. The Turkey is located in the in the center of Asia and Europe, by the way. 95% of Turkey is located in Asia, while 5% of Turkey is located in Europe, by the way. By the way, Turkey got independence in 1924. Turkey is very famous for Ottoman Empire, as we have watched Artural Ghazi series, and Imran Khan was very instigating us to watch that series again and again. By the way, that Ottoman Empire that was originated from their Turkey. By the way, Turkey changed its name to Turkey in 2022. If someone called you Turkiya or Turkiya, so that's fine. Don't make fun of them. It's fine, by the way. Okay. By the way, Turkey got the modern, secular, liberal बेदीन और आजाद जो तुर्की है लादीन और बेदीन that was started in 1924 when their leader Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, when he announced modern Turkiya, by the way. I will call it Turkiya, okay, for your convenience, by the way. So at that time, azan was banned in Turkey, namaz was banned in Turkey, hijab was banned in Turkey, Islamic mosque were banned in Turkey. No one was speaking Arabic language in Turkey, because Mustafa Kemal was very against Islamic tradition, by the way, Islamic these kind of rituals, by the way. So he ruled Turkey for around 15 years, and Turkey has become one of the secular, one of the liberal, one of the most open society. Right now, when we are watching Turkey's dramas, so we are seeing it. Is it a London or somewhere else in Europe? We're thinking about it because they're so advanced, by the way. That's just because of Mustafa Kemal. He opened Turkish society, by the way. But nowadays, by the way, the capital of Turkey is Ankara. Nowadays, there is a strict Islamic government in Turkey. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He ruled Turkey from 1999. Even when I was not in this world, by the way, even that the year which my mom and dad wed each other, still he is the president of Turkey, by the way, and he will remain the president of Turkey till 2028. So he Islamized the whole Turkey. So now people in Turkey are wearing hijab, they are openly praying a namaz, and they are opening and constructing new mosques, and azan is also there in Arabic language. So Recep Tayyip Erdogan is actually the symbol of hope for Turkish people. And Turkish people are believing that Pakistani people are our Kurdish. They call us Kurdish. In Turkish language, Kurdish means brother. So they are respecting Pakistani people from the bottom of their hearts, by the way. The currency of Turkey is lira, and they are very technologically advanced. Turkey is the second strongest Islamic army after Pakistan, by the way. Okay. My next topic is Israel. Israel. In Urdu, we can call it Israel, by the way. Israel is, first of all, let me tell you that it's illegitimate country, najais mulk hai, on the surface of world. There was no traces of Israel before 1948, because Israel was actually it's a country of Jewish people, by the way, and their state religion is Judaism, and by the way, it is located in the West Asia, by the way, and they actually grabbed and taken the land of innocent Palestinians, by the way. In 1917, during the World War One, they supported the Britain Empire, UK, and they support them economically. And in return, the UK promised them that we give you a piece of land in Palestine. So after the World War One ended, so UK to tried to settle Jews from all across the world. We cannot say Jew in Urdu. Okay, लिखा Jew जा सकता है, लेकिन pronounce कैसा होता है? Jew pronounce होता है. So UK settled Jews from all across the world into the land of Palestine, by the way. So till 1948, the number of Jews has been increased, by the way. So they fought against UK as well, fought against the innocent Palestinian, and they defeated the Palestinians, and then they announced that we are an independent country. Quaid or founding father of Pakistan. He said that Israel is an illegitimate child of the West. We will never recognize Israel, and Israel is actually illegitimate, by the way. So, by the way, all Muslim countries are against Israel because they are killing innocent Palestinian kids. Even within last 2.5 years, they killed more than 70,000 innocent Palestinians, by the way. So this is actually a genocide. This is actually a massacre of human population, a massacre of humanity. And the West is silent over Palestine because they said as human right, basic human rights, all that things, but they don't see in Palestine. In Palestine, no single home of Palestinians are safe, by the way. Even hospitals are destroyed by them, and no food is available by them. And you have seen pictures in Facebook. People, there is no meat, gosht nahi hai, on the body of the children, women, men, because they are eating nothing. They eat only grass. They eat only soil. ये खावरा खाते हैं, मिट्टी खाते हैं. So how will they grow? And Israeli blockade them from all sides. No one can support Palestine. No one can give aid. कोई उसको इमदाद नहीं दे सकता, खुराक नहीं दे सकता. From all sides, Israeli blockade them, encircle them, besiege them. And Israeli want to kill all Palestinian population, and still there are 22 lakh Palestinians are left, by the way. And one day we will hear the news that there will no more Palestinian, and the Muslim Ummah and the whole world is silent. And Trump is the most supporter of Israel. He supports Israel direly, by the way, passionately. So we need to know all about Israel, by the way. Israel's capital, Jerusalem, its currency shekel, and it is actually a very developed nuclear power, undeclared nuclear power of the world. One of the strongest military ever of Israel. Mossad, the lethal secret agency of the world. If Mossad decide that I will kill you, no one except Allah Almighty take you out from the grave. Even if you are in space, they will throw you down from the space. Even if you are disappear, they will bring you out. Mossad. We are actually seeking pana from the shar of shaitan, by the way. So Mossad is actually one of the most lethal secret agency of Israel, most strongest, most dangerous, by the way. So that is Mossad, by the way, a secret agency of Israel. Next one is Egypt. Egypt is a country which is located in the Africa as well as in Asia. Egypt's capital is Cairo, and by the way, Egypt is a Islamic country. Egypt got independence in 1921 from the UK, and then after Egypt, there is a Suez Canal in Egypt. Egypt is a desert-covered area. Egypt is totally dependent on the Suez Canal, and Egypt is there is a dictatorship in Egypt, and Pakistan is also supporting Egypt on multiple occasions. By the way, there was Jamal Abdel Nasser, the very famous president of Egypt, by the way. Nowadays, next topic is Libya. Libya is a country which is located in North Africa. Its capital is Tripoli, and there was a famous dictator, authoritarian. That's Muammar Gaddafi. He was actually belonged to Libya. Libya got independence in 1951 from the Italy.